you want to be the expert. You want to be a professional. You are being paid well for the most part, and your service needs to be a reflection of that.
Welcome to the Million Dollar Magic Podcast, where Jennifer Jones talks to industry leaders in the real estate world and beyond. From scaling businesses to manifesting health, wealth, and happiness. It's time to unlock your next level of success.
Hi there. I wanted to talk today about seller reports on your listings. So the thing is, when you have a listing in real estate, it becomes evident that there are questions that a seller will have consistently over and over. So, we act surprised sometimes that we're being asked something like, how did the showing go? Or how was the open house? Or, how are my ads performing that you're running? Um, so what we've done and what most successful agents do, they actually set a system up for that. And one of the ways you can automate this is that if you have access to Realm, I'm going to show you how you can use something that only 6% of realtors using Realm actually know about. So let's do this now. So you find it here. All you do is you log in, you go to your dots here, um, come down, and you're going to see this little list track button. So we're going to click on list track. And now you're going to see that in your list track, you have all these different things. So we have seller report history, we have listing stats, we have our listings. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on a listing and show you what that looks like. So let us look at a report for one of them. So I'll just go into this one here. So we're just going to view the seller report. What it shows us is this property has had 3,368 views, 103 shares, 61 favorites. 77% of visitors viewing your listing are new visitors, and your listing attracted more viewers than any other listing in the zip code. Wowee. So if you go through it, it shows you even the top cities, the top sites where things are coming up. And if I click this stat link, it will show us, again, more stats. It even shows you the way, initially when you first put something on the property, it gets a lot more activity and then kind of drops off. So, this market's been a little more challenging the past 4 years. However, generally, if you get the price right at the beginning, then, and you're not in a luxury price point, which is what this one is, then you'll tend to sell quicker for more money. This is a really neat thing. So this is actually like a heat map, and this shows us if we scroll in, I'm just going to pull it into the middle. It shows you if you scroll in where in Toronto that people are from that are interested in this particular property and shows you the heat map, which is really cool. So we're going to stop that share for a sec. So the idea is that you want to set your clients up so every single week they're getting the seller report automated, right? And the reason for that is it shows them how their home is actually performing against other homes. The other cool thing you can do, you can prepare with that another seller report, also pulling, properties have just been listed, just been sold, and we send that as well in a separate email. But what I'm doing now, we're taking the email we would normally send to let the client know, how many properties are you competing against, what else is sold, what's come on the market, what's going on with the government. We put all of that together with our weekly list track report. And we go to, one sec here, we go to Notebook LM. So what this is going to do, I upload my list track report, I upload my seller report, and then what I get out of it are all these amazing things. So I can click and do an audio podcast of the property, which I've done. I can do a slide deck to present to the client, like that has visuals, which I'll show you. I can do a video, I can do a mind map. You can do all these things, have it created, but I'm going to show you the slide deck today. So this is something that I would present to the client. I don't want to generate one. We're going to use one that we've already generated. They can take a little bit of time. So let's look at this. I'm going to present it. Okay. And essentially, what this is going to show us here is the anatomy of a successful sale. So it's showing the marketing reach, maximum exposure is optimized, 100% optimized. We're doing everything we can. It's showing the property condition and features, presentation appeal is excellent. The price and market value is what we're going to talk about. So it's showing you the market is watching 7,389 total lifetime views and 6,671 views since the relist at 1.689. It's capturing the target geographies. So it's showing that there's local dominance, high intent upsizers. So Keswick, 221 views, Newmarket, 85, Pefferlaw, 70. There's some urban migration, Toronto wealth escaping the city, but it's less significant than you would think right now. I believe these numbers would have been a lot higher, right? Particularly 20 and 21 through COVID. So it's saying we're successfully penetrating the exact regional and urban markets required to sell this home. It's saying high aesthetic appeal and engagement. 154 buyers favorited your home. 159 buyers shared the listing. So obviously the home is a winner. It's showing the digital versus the physical disconnect. So the fact that we have 7,389 views and 154 favorites, right? But a near zero physical conversion rate. So this is the market waving a red flag. So diagnosing the bottleneck. So it's going through again the online appeal of what's happening and then the diagnosis. So it's saying a critical barrier is blocking physical entry. So when 154 buyers loved the photos but refused to tour the home, they are making a specific calculation. The asking price exceeds the perceived value of the physical space. So the voice of the buyer, beautiful home, but. So it's going into some of the feedback, talking about the usable square footage. The price seems to be a little too heavy. So the translation, buyers at the 1.689 million price point are highly educated. They are comparing our price per square foot against the immediate neighborhood comparables and finding a mismatch. So in this case, price is your gatekeeper. Okay, so you get all these people in order to move them through the vault door, to come in and look at the property, we need to adjust the price. So we want to reactivate the pipeline, a strategic price adjustment, and instantly sends automated listing alerts directly to the phones of the 154 buyers who already favored it. And then drive physical showings. We want to generate offers. And we're saying the buyers are waiting. Let's give them a reason to act. So that is Notebook LM. Notebook LM is amazing. It's created video too. So you can just simply click that you would like to present all the data to the client in order to help them understand that they need a price improvement, and it will create a video for you to that effect. If you want to present it, it's probably better to do the slides. You can also from LM, Notebook LM, generate a podcast as well, which is like super, super cool. But ultimately, just remember, we always know what questions a seller is going to want answered. And if you can provide them with a weekly seller report telling them what they're competing against, telling them what new, what properties have been sold, and they can click through the photos. If you can give them immediate feedback or as quickly as possible on any showings and open houses, um, and then just letting them know, about once there is an offer in play, what the process is, what happens with fulfillments and inspections and, conversations about abatements and things like that. You want to over communicate rather than under communicate, and always communicating with all parties at one time, where you're not giving preferential treatment to someone unless that is the way that the group wants it. I think just understanding you want to be the expert, you want to be a professional, you are being paid well for the most part. and your service needs to be a reflection of that. So anyway, hope that helps everyone. More tips and tricks coming your way.